Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And good afternoon, Wildcat fans, from the Roy B. Schaefer Stadium. And what you see is an empty stadium right now in the Marion Family Complex. The Neosho Wildcats will be taking on the Parkview Vikings. And, Matt, I think we probably ought to be saying it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, it's definitely chilly outside.
Yeah, it is. It is 52 degrees. The wind is out of the north-northeast, up to 15, 16 miles an hour. You don't see a whole lot of people out here, but those that you do see are bundled up really well. But they're all here tonight to recognize a group of seniors. This is a group of kids that have given the majority of their high school careers to this baseball program. And we're going to tell you who they are, and we're going to mention them several times during the ball game. Start with Gage Harville, Colton Harville, Cooper Charlton, Shane Rebolaman, Jaden Fisher, Jack Combs, Elijah Qualls, and Brody Crane. These are seniors that hopefully there will be a good crowd out here pretty soon to recognize them, because this will be their last home game. Now, we've got a couple of more games after this, but this will be their last home games. And we are taking on the Parkview Vikings. The Vikings have had a tough row of it. Last year they were 0-24. So far this year they have a record of 1-12. Ted Orcutt said that this is all he's got. He doesn't even have any additional players to come alongside him. But it's a cold afternoon. And as I said, we will have this ball game underway at 5 o'clock. It was put back 30 minutes because of the inclement weather that's out there. And I understand in talking with Coach Orcutt that there's a possibility of snow, Matt, in Texas and Oklahoma tonight. So but these are things that we normally have maybe at the first spring season, certainly not the end of the year. Cats leave here and they go to Webb City, and then they will finish the season on next Wednesday night. They will be playing Nixa, and then on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, they'll be playing Branson. So the Cats have still got a good opportunity to go back-to-back 20-game winners under Coach Keith Kilgore. We're going to take a time out real quick. We've got kids out there. We're probably not going to spend a lot of time warming up. We'll just get the ball game underway. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
In a sense, we all live in earthquake zones. Sometimes things in our world are shaken by forces we can't control. It might be one of those times in your life right now. Life's quakes remind us how breakable and vulnerable we are. You were made for a relationship with Jesus Christ. Only through Him can you be saved for all eternity. He proved it by His blood when He died on the cross to pay for every sin you've ever committed. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray, because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen, and heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges. Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to give you some encouragement today. No matter how far you feel from God, right now, did you know He's never more than a prayer away? Psalm 145 says, "The Lord is near to all who call upon Him." If you need to reconnect with God today, He's just one prayer away. If you need to ask for forgiveness, He's just one prayer away. If you need God's help or guidance, all it takes is a prayer. If you haven't talked to God in weeks and you know your relationship with Him isn't as it should be, cry out to Him. It's just one prayer away. And if salvation is what you need, ask Him. He's just one prayer away. Have you talked to God today? He's waiting to hear from you. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges. My name's Pastor James for the Neosho Church of Nazarene. Just have a privilege here to share with you a word of encouragement today. You know, in the world in which we live, people are always making plans. We're trying to navigate through life, and sometimes life can be kind of complicated and rather layered as we're trying to figure out direction and trajectory and all of these things. But the Bible tells us to commit all of our plans to the Lord, to trust in the Lord with all our heart, to lean not on our own understanding, to acknowledge Him in all our ways, and He will make our path straight. I'm a firm believer that the Lord has incredible plans for our lives, and so many times we deviate from those because we get to chasing after all of these other things that are out there in the world. The Bible tells us that before we were even born, that the Lord had things that He wanted our lives to accomplish. And so I would just encourage all of you today, and I don't think it's by accident that you've stumbled across this video, and I would just encourage you to seek the Lord, to lean in and to find out what He has for your life, because I promise you that will be the best life that you could live. May the Lord bless you. Hope you have a wonderful day.
And welcome back to the Schaefer Stadium. You can see the Cats are out there. They're getting ready to warm up a little bit, but we want to thank the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, who will be returning home to Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday, May the 12th. They'll start a 6-game series with the Arkansas Travelers that'll go through Sunday, May the 17th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And also another team that's a great supporter of high school baseball are the Springfield Cardinals. They'll be returning home to Route 66 Stadium. In fact, that's today, May the 5th, and they'll open a 6-game series with the Corpus Christi Hooks, and that'll go through May the 10th. Ticket sales are available by visiting SpringfieldCardinals.com, supporters of KNEO and baseball. Also, another team, Matt, but tomorrow afternoon, the Crowder College Rough Riders will be in Region 16, play at Joe Becker Stadium. They'll play the 4 o'clock ball game to begin with, and they'll take on the St. Louis Community College. They are the number 1 team ranked in the Region 16, so the Cats have got some pretty high expectations. If you don't have anything else to do, it's great college baseball, and you can go see the Rough Riders and cheer on some of our own locals. This ball game tonight is an exciting ball game, but I want to talk about something else first. I want to talk about the ball game last night. Matt and I were in McDonald County, and the Cats righted the ship, didn't they?
Yeah, played a wonderful game.
Yeah, it was a great ball game. We had 3 different pitchers in the ball game, and that's one of the things about when you have a week like we've got this week, and we've got 3 different ball games. We started off with McDonald County. We're playing Parkview tonight, and then we will have a ball game on Thursday night with Webb City. And we had 3 pitchers. Actually starting the ball game was Drake Swift. Cooper Charlton came in, and Colton Harville was the one that finished up the ball game. He closed the ball game out, and he had 4 strikeouts in the ball game himself. So it was pretty exciting to be able to see that. Charlton actually gets the win, and Harville will get the save. But the real story was the Cats getting back to their winning way like they did the first of the year. We had 11 hits last night. Gage, Colton, Fisher, and McCroy all had multi-game hits.
Yep. They did a good job on the stick.
Yeah, they did. I said multi-game hits. I said that backwards as multi-hit games. And they did, especially our catcher, McCroy. He had 2 doubles, and he scored twice in the midst of all of that. Beaver continues with his 5-game hitting streak, and he increased it last night. As we said, the Cats will be going to Webb City on Thursday night. The Cardinals are 21-4 for the season. Then the Cats go to Nixa, and then they go to Branson, and then we'll head off to Ozark somewhere around the 19th. We don't know exactly where for sure, but from the 19th to the 22nd for the Class 6 District 6.
I believe the schedule says that from the 20th to the 25th through the 25th.
Okay, that may be that may very well have changed, but we will leave at the end of the last ball game. Then there will be a seating meeting, and we'll have a better idea. But in all things, stay tuned to KNEO and watch the webpage. We'll be able to tell you just exactly what's going on. Expecting good things from the Cats tonight as well. Like we said, this is senior night, and we're going to be recognizing those seniors that absolutely are the heart of this ball club and have been all year long. We're going to grab another quick timeout. You are watching the pregame show that is brought to you by ProLube, the Tire and Auto Center. We will be back right after this.
At WG Marketplace, you'll find high-end, boutique-quality finds at thrift store prices, and every purchase helps those struggling with homelessness build a better future. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose. Give with impact.
The Neosho R5 School District is committed to shaping the future, one student at a time. From academics to athletics, we empower our students to reach their full potential, installing values of hard work, teamwork, and integrity. We would like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast today and cheering on our Wildcats. Our dedicated teachers, staff, and coaches work hand in hand to provide a well-rounded education that prepares students for success. Together, we're building a brighter tomorrow for our community. The Neosho R5 School District, where excellence thrives.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Today's sporting event is being made available for your family by Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rental, located just off Highway 49 at the Carterville exit by Casey's. Open Monday through Friday and Saturdays till noon with rentals of outdoor construction equipment and even attachments for your machines. Chris Wright of Dig Right Equipment Rentals is a proud supporter of today's game. 417-317-4995.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Looking for extra space near Neosho? At 86 Mini Storage, we offer secure open parking for RVs, campers, and vehicles. Plus, we have a selection of storage units that can hold whatever you need. Conveniently located in Western Neosho with 24-hour access for our customers, and right now, your first month is free. To find out what spaces are currently available or request a unit, visit 86ministorage.com or call 417-621-1601.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Welcome back. The Cats are just getting their customary handshake, greetings, and hugs as they come off the field. We will expect Parkview to go on in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about Jack Combs for just a minute. He's been on the injured reserve list all year long. Before he even got into the season he had an injury, and it's going to be exciting to see him pitch. We've not been able to see that happen. He and Brody Crane's been tough your senior year to have to sit out because of injuries. Of course, Brody Crane had Tommy John surgery just a week or so ago, and in fact, he had it in Kansas City on a Tuesday, and he was here Tuesday night with his arm in a sling.
Yeah, he was.
And these guys have followed the Cats. They've been team leaders in the dugouts, and everybody looks up to them, so it'll be exciting. Now, the actual recognition for our seniors will be at the end of the ball game, so we'll want you to stay tuned for that, because that'll be something that'll be pretty exciting. Do not expect Coach Keith Kilgore to come up, as he'll be down on the field, and he'll be doing his very best to recognize his seniors as well. As we said, Parkview has had a tough time of it. They beat Central here just this last week. In fact, the 1st of May, 7-5, and that is the first ball game they've won in a couple of years. So Parkview's sitting over in their dugouts. I'm going to anticipate they're not going to take any warm-ups. It's going to be cool enough as it is. We're going to grab another quick timeout. We will come back with keys to the Cats, the starting lineups, and much more. You're watching the Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services, including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook /Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News, or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Portable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
Welcome back to the pregame show. It is time for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats is sponsored by State Farm Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street in Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance services for individuals and businesses. Learn more online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 417-451-6666. Over to you, Dad.
All right, 4 keys to the Cats. We're expecting this to be a great night of celebration for the Wildcats as we celebrate our seniors that are leaving the program. So we start with the letter S. It is senior night, and we've got all of our seniors starting. Let's make it a fun night. Let's cheer on our Cats as they come out, and let's just make it a night for those kids to remember for a long time to come. B, this is a ball club that has had the camaraderie of championship all year long. Let's give those 7 a great big send-off tonight. S, last night we began with the game plan that we had at the very beginning of the year that got us back to where we want to be. That game plan tonight is very much the same. It's win. And how do we do that? We get on bases, we get aggressive, and we play great defense. That means that we're going to have to be pretty selective when we get to the plate. Also, let's show that team spirit. You know, we've won 16 ball games already, and that is Wildcat spirit. Let's show it in a big way tonight. Let's win number 17, because as I said earlier, we still have the possibility to get that elusive 20-game winning streak going again, and wouldn't it be great for Coach Keith Kilgore in his first 2 years to have back-to-back winning games? So we're excited about that. That's what it's going to take in order for us to win tonight. And we've got just a few minutes, so let's go ahead and get started with the starting lineups. For the Parkview Vikings, they're coached by Ted Orthcutt. They have 1 win and 12 losses. They start with their designated hitter, Isaiah Hampton. Xavier Allen will be playing in center field. In the 3-hole will be J2 Thompson, and he'll be catching. Number 4 hitter is Isaiah Teague. He plays third base. He's followed by Cameron Pruitt, who will be the shortstop. In the 6th hole will be Russell Miller. He wears number 17, and he plays left field, and it could be a little bit chilly out there tonight. Brock Brooks will hit in the 7th hole. He'll be playing in right field. He wears number 7. Number 18 is Hayden Thomas. He plays second base. And number 8 is Lewis Davis. He's the first baseman. The pitcher tonight will be Jonah Thomas. It looks like that we're slowly but surely getting ready to get this ball game underway. So let's go right over to the Cats. The Cats will start out the same way we normally do. We start off with Gage Harville. He will play shortstop. Colton Harville, third base, is second, followed by Tavin Beavers, who is moving from first base to catcher tonight. Drake Jennings will be playing in center field. He's in the 4-hole. He's followed by Cooper Charlton, who will be playing in right field. Shane Rubalaman will be playing first base, and he'll be hitting 6. Jaden Fisher will be in the catching or the 7-hole, and he will be playing second base. Jack Combs will be the pitcher. He will also be designated hitter, and Elijah Qualls will be out in left field. So the way it looks right now, it'll be Harville, Beavers, Jennings, Charlton, Rubalaman, Fisher, Combs, and Qualls. We're excited to see that happen, and we'll get going here in just a couple of minutes. But while we've got just a minute or two, let me give you a little more information about the Rough Riders as they go to Joe Becker Stadium. As we said, they'll take the 4 o'clock ball game, and they'll be playing St. Louis Community College. If they win that ball game, then on Friday they'll be playing 4 o'clock again. And if they win there, they'll be playing in the championship. Looks like that the odds are that they'll be playing Mineral Area. So that'll be really exciting. So a lot of great college baseball coming our way. So if you've got a chance this weekend, go down and check it out. We'll take another time out and be back here watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
Forbes.
This has been a live production.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And welcome back. The PA announcer is announcing the starting lineups for the Vikings from Parkview, and the Cats will take the field. We'll get the national anthem underway. Looks like, Matt, the wind has picked up a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be just one of them nasty nights.
Our wind barometer is straight out here in front of us, and it's the American flag that flies in front of George Washington Carver Elementary School, and it is flying just straight out. So it was pretty windy last night in McDonald County, though, too, and the Cats were able to prevail then. Hopefully we'll be able to do that again.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Last night I was wearing shorts. Tonight I'm bundled up like it's winter.
Yes, sir. It absolutely is. We'd ask if maybe we could just build us a fire here in the press box, and told probably not a good idea. And we are finishing up getting the Cats taken care of and going forward. Charlton will be playing out in right field where he normally plays. Can't say enough about what happened last night with that trio of pitchers that started with Drake Jennings, then it went to Charlton, and then Colton Harville finished the ball game. Jaden Fisher is going to be at second base as he has been all year long. He had a couple of really nice hits last night. And number 15, Jack Combs. Will be exciting to see Jack throw the ball. He's, like I said, it would be tough to sit out your senior year the way that he has.
He's got a brace on that ankle. So.
Yes, yeah, he does. All right, we're going to stand up and honor our country.
What a great song.
Yeah, it's a great, great song. Great way to honor our country. And Certainly, as we get ready to get this ball game going, that's one of the great things about our school. We love our school, we love our country, and we want to get them both honored tonight. Tevin Beavers is catching tonight. We've seen him play first base. We've seen him play third base. And Jack Combs is on the mound for the Cats. We'll see just exactly how long his ankle will allow him to pitch, and I'm sure that he'd like to pitch the whole ball game if he had an opportunity.
I bet he would like to, being out as long as he has. He's been itching to heal up good enough just to play.
Yeah. So what it's going to be for the Cats on defense, it'll be Harville, Fisher, and Rubalman. In the outfield, it will be Qualls, Jennings, and Charlton. And Jack Combs on the mound, and Tevin Beaver behind home plate. Taking our warm-up pitches, and we will be ready to go here in just a minute or so. There's a large group of people continuing to come in. Now, the majority of them have gone home and got all their winter gear. There's some umbrellas out there, which makes a little bit of sense, too. There's some.
The wind is relentless, and it's chilly.
Yeah, it is. So we may have the press box full before all said and done today.
It could be.
Yeah. Combs has got a fastball. He's got a curveball, and he almost dips down with a three-quarter sidearm occasionally. He's got a little bit of a high kick, and we'll be ready to get underway here just momentarily. Isaiah Hampton, the designated hitter, will be number 1 to hit for the Parkview Vikings. Xavier Allen, playing center field, will be next. J2 Townsend, the catcher, will be in the third. And if anybody gets on, Isaiah Teague, the third baseman. And the ball is thrown down. And it's picked up, and we get the ball back in. And we'll be ready to go. Isaiah Hampton, the designated hitter, will be the first person to face Jack Combs tonight on senior night here at the Roy Shaver Stadium in the Marion Family Complex. Jack looks down. A little bit of a leg kick, and there's the first pitch, and that's in there for call strike 1.
Great pitch.
Yeah, it was a good way to get things started. That was on the inside corner. Jack kind of going at his own pace, and I can understand that. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's high for a ball, a little bit inside.
Jack's a pretty big old boy.
Yeah, yes, he is. He certainly is.
You know that.
Here comes the next pitch, and that's swung on, and that's for a foul ball. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Hampton, the designated hitter, to start the ball game off as the Neosho Wildcats take on the Parkview Vikings. As we told you, there was about a 30-minute delay because of weather, but I think the longer we waited, the colder it got. There's another one that's spoiled.
That's what the weather's not getting any better.
No, it's not.
It may have been better at 4:30. I don't know yet.
So the count is a ball and 2 strikes on Hampton. There's the next pitch, and that got him, strike 3. Jack took a little something off of that one and brought it
Nice
right in.
curveball
Up.
he had
Yes,
right
it
there.
was. So there's the first out. Xavier Allen steps in to the left-hand side of the plate, plays center field for the Vikings. Jack looks down at his wrist coach, and now he's ready to go. There's the first pitch, and it's outside. Allen looked like he wanted to try to bunt the ball. Now, as he said, he bats left-handed. Jaden Fisher is back out on the green portion of the field. Now he steps in just a little bit, and there's another ball outside. Boy, I tell you what, the school year is winding down. It just doesn't seem like it, does it? I mean, the Cats, and there's a swung on, and that is going to be a foul ball out of play, but that's strike one. It's been a busy, busy year. Hey, KNEO will be live streaming the East Newton graduation this weekend. I believe it's set for Sunday afternoon. There's the next pitch. It's in there for a call strike. Now leaving the count at 2-2. Coach Orcutt's down on the third baseline, and I don't know whether he's making signals or he's just trying to keep warm. Here's the next pitch. Got him. Strike three. So Jack Combs, we may be wondering where he's been all year long. He's got 2 strikeouts. Here's J2 Townsend, the catcher. He looks in. Jack is very methodical, takes his time. There's the first pitch, high and outside for a ball. He looks down. Here comes the next pitch, and that's low and outside, ball 2. That's what he did with Allen. Then he battled back and struck him out. Ball 3 outside. So the count goes to 3-0. Isaac Tigg, the 4-hitter that plays third base, he will be up next. Here comes the pitch, and that's in there for a call strike. That's swung on, and it goes over to the first baseman. He's got it himself. And Rubalaman takes the ball, and that retires the side. So 1, 2, 3 first innings. The Cats are coming up. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Sam O'Neill with Portable Propane of Neosho. From setting tanks to refilling them, we offer a full spectrum of service to meet your every need. We serve Neosho and surrounding areas, and we are committed to giving you better service at better prices. Give us a call today, 417-437-8927. Thank you.
Want to know what your home is worth? Stop by to get a free competitive market analysis with Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. They're proud to serve the Neosho area and will stay with you every step of the way, whether you're buying or selling. A family-owned business for over 25 years, Show Me Real Estate of Neosho. 417-451-1700 or by email at gkitchen.showmerealestate@gmail.com. Home of the Happy Campers.
Well, welcome back. It's the bottom half of the first inning. The Cats took care of the Vikings in fine order, with Jack Combs getting the first 2 strikeouts and then a ground out over to first base. For the Cats, it'll be Harville, Beaver, Jennings, Charlton, Rubalaman, Fisher, Combs, and Qualls. Keith Kilgore is over there at third base, and Coach T. Hessel is over at first base. Pitcher of record is Jonah Thomas. And the catcher, Townsend, has got his gear on, and he will catch a couple. We'll get the ball down to second base, and we'll be off. Thomas is a southpaw, and he has somewhat of a natural curve.
Yeah, it floats.
Yes, it does.
And you know something? I don't know if we're used to hitting floater pitches.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
So here's Gage Harville. He'll step in from the left-hand side. He had a couple of hits in the ball game yesterday, as did Brother Colton, who came up right behind him. There's the first one, and it is a high floater outside for ball one. Tig, Pruitt, Thomas, and Davis on the inside. There's the next pitch, and I think you're right. Gage was way in front of that one. That'll even the count at 1-1. And Gage swings on that one. He fouls it off. So the count will go to a ball and 2 strikes. Thomas working from the stretch, and Gage hits that one, and he knocks it foul, trying to go to the opposite field. So we'll come back and do it again. Here comes the pitch from Thomas, and that is ball 2. Runs the count to 2-2 to Gage, and he waits on that one and gets way ahead of it, knocks it down to Coach Hessel down there in the coach's box on the first baseline. Cats are going to have to change their approach considerably, it looks to me like. And there's a ball outside. Colton Harville is on deck. He had a couple of nice hits last night. One of the things we didn't mention was that Drake Jennings had 4 stolen bases last night in the ball game, Matt.
He did.
And there is a ball that is hit out to right field, and the right fielder drops it, and Harville is going to go into second base standing up. And Harville just kind of nonchalanted it down to first base, and then the right fielder dropped it, and he had to put the steam on in order to get down to second base. So the Cats are in business in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Colton. He bats right-handed. Thomas looks down. Here comes the first pitch from him. And that's swung on, and it goes to the shortstop. But then they get the ball over to first base, and the ball is dropped, and Gage comes on around to score. So the Cats are up 1-0. And here's Beavers. He's wearing number 34 tonight. His normal number is 15. He looks down at Coach Kilgore. He'll be followed by Drake Jennings, the center fielder. Just a matter of waiting on the pitch. And there's a throw over to first base, but Colton's back in plenty of time. Now Beaver stands. Here comes the first pitch. And there's a called strike. But Colton has a stolen base. So runner on second base. It is the bottom half of the first inning. There are no outs, and the Cats are up by a score of 1-0. Beavers gets an opportunity, but Colton goes right on down to third base. And now, I'm sure Beaver's excited about the chance to continue his game hitting streak. If he gets a pitch, he will drive it. Ball.
We'll see.
Yeah. That's ball 3. There's ball 4. So Beavers is on first base.
Colton just stole home.
He did?
Yeah.
Colton just stole home. I looked down when I shouldn't have, I guess, and ball got away from the catcher, but Colton came on in and scored. Well, now
he's got to get back.
We're saying the Beavers, now the score is, the count's 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. And Beavers hits that ball and goes right over this third baseman's head, and that'll continue his winning, or his game streak. Sets it at 5 now. Here's Drake Jennings. Number 11 is going to be the courtesy runner. Logan Hearn. The speed demon for the Cats. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what he does. So Beaver satisfies his hitting streak, and he goes to 5-game hitting streak. Throw over to first base. Hearn back in plenty of time. Catcher Townsend wants to go out and talk to Thomas for just a minute, and they're done with that, and we are ready to go. So the lefty comes from the stretch. Here it comes, and Hearn, of course, is already at second base. So Hearn base running in place of Beaver so he can get his gear on, and stolen second base.
He says, I'm still watching.
Yeah, he sure is. Jennings, the center fielder, he started the ball game last night pitching for McDonald County, and there is a ball that's hit through the shortstop, and Hearn is going to go ahead. He's going to stay right there at third base.
Coach said, come on back, back.
So Jennings is on with a hit. And here's Cooper Charlton. Cooper will step in from the left-hand side. Rube Alleman will be up next, followed by Jaden Fisher, Jack Combs, and Elijah Qualls. And there's a ball that's just touched, and it goes right into right field, and there's one run that's picked up. And Jennings goes all the way to third base. So Charlton gets a base hit, and the Cats have scored their third run. And here's Shane Ruballman, the first baseman. First pitch from Thomas, and it's a high floater for ball 1. Fisher's up next. There's still not an out in the first inning. Cats have scored 3. And he's off. And Cooper's going to have to come back. Ballman fouled that one off almost over to the dugout for the Vikings. And there's a ball that just crawls across the plate. Cooper gets over to second base with a stolen base. Ball inside. They'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. People are still getting in here. They've obviously gone home and got their winter closeout, Matt. Comes the next pitch from Thomas, and that is a foul ball. And that'll run the count to 2-2. Jaden Fisher's up next. He had a single and a double in the ball game last night. And there is a ball high and outside. Oh. Well, that's ball 4. So Ballman is on first. The bases are loaded for Jaden Fisher, the second baseman. Thomas comes from the stretch, and there is a high outside pitch, ball 1.
My phone's saying 17 miles an hour. I think it's probably popping a little bit more than that out there.
27 to 37, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, ball 2, high and outside. Bases loaded. Cat's in a good position to really score a lot of runs here in the first inning. The bases are loaded. We've scored 3, and there are no outs. Next pitch from Thomas, and that is another ball, and that is inside. Jack Combs will be up next, and then Elijah Qualls. And there's a high fly ball, and it is going to be missed, and here comes 1 run in, and everybody else will stay put. So Fisher hits a fly ball to center field. And here's Jack Combs. Bases are still loaded, 4-0 in favor of the Cats. Combs is just kind of fauching at the bit, it looks like, and that one hit him, so that'll bring in another run. Charlton will score. Rubalman will go to third. Fisher goes to second, and Combs is on first by way of a hit pitch. Here's Elijah Qualls, and then it'll be the top of the batting order. Now we've got a pinch runner for Combs, and it looks like it's going to be Wyatt Woodard. Yeah. Qualls number 22 steps in and gets ready to hit from the right-hand side. There's the first pitch, and that is called strike 1. Thomas working from the stretch, and that's that little floater that's well outside, ball 1. Now leaving the count at 1-1. Infield would have a play at home, and there's a called strike. That one dropped in there.
Yeah.
Strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes on Qualls, the left fielder. And that ball's way outside. Two and two's the count. Bottom of the first inning. Cats have brought in 4. The bases are loaded. And that is a foul ball. Qualls just kind of waited on it and reached over and. Oh, that's the first out. So at the top of the batting order, here's Gage. Ball 1.
I'd say that little picture out there is about freeze to death.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Here's his next pitch, and that's outside for ball 2. Thomas looks down. He gets the call. And there's a pitch, and that is swung on, and that is over first base and go into center field. And the Cats will score one more, but everybody else will stay put.
Now batting is number 8, Colton Harwell.
So the Cats have batted around in the first inning. And the score is 5-0, 1 out, and the bases are still loaded. "36 pitches have been thrown so far, and that's a ball inside. Thomas comes, has a little bit of a high kick, and that's that little floater outside for ball 2. Looks down and continues to work, and he's working pretty fast. There's a called strike on the outside corner. So Colton has a strike. He has a chance to do some serious damage. Like we said, he had a couple of hits last night, and he's back on that hitting streak, and he does just that. And it's a ball that gets over the second baseman, so here comes one. And Fisher scores. So Combs is on third. Or it's not Combs, it's a pinch runner, and that is Wyatt. Yeah. And Gage is at second, and Colton is at first. Okay, he said what he needs to say, and we're going to get ready to go back again. Townsend will get back over behind the plate. He says a couple of more things to Thomas.
Just cheering him on, I hope.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's giving it his best.
He's thrown a lot of pitches here in this first inning.
Yeah.
Cats are up 6-0. Here is Tevin Beavers. He had a base hit in this inning and came around to score, as did Harville and Harville. And there's a high pitch. I see why Beavers is wearing number 34. Jack Combs is wearing his number 15, which he's, as a senior, has had a right to do that, be able to come back in. So Beavers wearing number 34. Here comes the next pitch, and that is swung on, and that ball is hit. And it is
caught. Nope. Yep.
Well, it is caught, but one more run comes in. So Beavers pops it, hits it hard, but it goes out. And there's the second out. Russell Miller over there in left field is the one that picked that one up. Here's Jennings. Ball one.
It was right back at the fence, too. He snagged it down. Or to the warning track. Pretty far back there, though.
The next pitch from Jennings, and that is called strike one. Jennings had a base hit and came around and scored already in this inning as well. Next pitch from Thomas, and Jennings hits it, and that's a line shot, and then that's going to be in. And here comes one run in. Russell gets the ball back in quickly. Jennings is on first base. Gage comes around to score, so we got runners on first and third. And here's Cooper Charlton. He just reached out and touched the ball, and it was a line shot between first and second, his first time up. Ball one, and that's going to get by the catcher, and another run is going to score. So Colton and Gage have both scored twice in this inning, and Drake Jennings goes down to second. Comes a pitch from Thomas, and that's outside for a ball, and that's going to get past the catcher, and Jennings is going to go on down to third. We're glad to have you with us this evening. It is as we said, it was a 5 o'clock start because of the weather. And there's the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. It is the bottom half of the first inning, and the Cats are up 10-0. It's senior night, so there will not be a JV ball game, but we will recognize our 7 seniors at the end of the ball game. There's a swung on, and Cooper just looking for something to hit, gets way in front of that one for strike one. So the count's 3-1. 2 outs, bottom half of the first inning. And there's ball 4. Here's the first baseman, Rubalman. Rubalman has had a single. No, he walked and came on around to score. There's the first pitch from Thomas, and he pops it, and he hits that ball well. And the center fielder comes around, and he makes the K.
Nope,
the
he dropped it.
He dropped it. Okay, so Rubalman gets on base. Jennings scored, and that is 11 runs. And Charlton is over on second base. Fisher got on by Aaron the first inning and came around to score. And there's a hard hit ball, and it's going to go drop in. That's going to load the bases again. There's Jack Combs. He was hit by a pitch, and he came around and scored. First pitch to Combs, and that's outside for a ball. Well, Thomas has thrown 50 pitches in this first inning, and by Misha rules, he can throw, I believe, 105 for a ball game. And there is a hard line shot, and that's going to bring in one more. So Charlton scores, and Jack Combs gets a base hit.
Number 32 is going out to pinch. Wyatt.
That is Wyatt Woodard.
Yep, old Wyatt.
Cats go to Webb City on Thursday. The first pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the pregame show on at 4. First pitch, and that is outside for ball 1. Elijah Qualls is just itching for something to hit if he can get a ball into him. And there's ball 2 outside. A few more people are gathering in. We see umbrellas, we see heavy coats, we see blankets. I mean, you'd think it was football weather, wouldn't you? There's the next pitch, and that's outside for ball 2.
Well, it is if you watch the U.S. the USFL.
Yeah, isn't
It's
that the
football
truth?
season.
Ball 3 outside. Jonah Thomas on the mound for Parkview. Looks down, shakes his head like he's got the call from Townsend. There's the next pitch, and that's ball 4. So it'll bring in another run. Qualls is on first base by a walk. And Gage Harville, that'll be the third time he's batted in this inning. Gage got on by way of an error, then he had a base hit, has scored twice. He's waving his bat like he's there for business, and there's ball 1 outside. Colton is up after him, and if they both get on, then it'll be Beavers. Next pitch from Thomas is outside, ball 2. There's one that is way outside for ball 3. I have a feeling if this is anywhere close, he's going to swing at it. That's ball 4. So Gage gets a base on balls. And Fisher will come in.
Okay, we got Parkview coach heading out to the mound.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume looks like he's pointing at the second baseman. That is Hayden Thomas. Well, now he's pointing to someone in the outfield, so we'll try to get this all lined up and get it taken care of here, and we'll give you an idea about what's going on, but we're going to take a break. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Another lovely day at the office until this happens. And this. And this. You could always try this, or this, or this. But why not call Toner Connection? Forget the mess, forget the stress, simply call the best. For sales, service, and supplies, call Toner Connection, 782-8444.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Healthcare doesn't have to be complicated. At the Free Market Physician in Neosho, you pay just one affordable monthly fee, and that covers all the checkups and routine care you need. No insurance hassles, no surprise bills, just unlimited access to your doctor when you need them. Whether it's a quick visit, telemedicine, or ongoing care, you're covered. Find out how simple healthcare can be. Call 417-312-9499 or visit freemarketphysicians.com. That's 417-312-9499.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
And welcome back. Hayden Thomas is the second baseman that moves to pitcher. The pitcher, Jonah Thomas, goes to right field, and Brock Brooks will come into second base. First pitch comes in to Colton, and he swung on for strike one, and that's a ball outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Cats have scored 14 runs here in the first inning. Hayden Thomas is a right-hander. He comes from a stretch also, and that ball is low and inside, ball 2. Hayden looks down. He gets the sign from the catcher. They agree. Here comes a pitch, and that's called strike on the outside corner. So Colton's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning, Cats up 14-0. Colton stands in there. Here comes the next pitch, and that is a ball. That runs the count full. The next pitch from Hayden, and everybody's kind of running, and that is ball 4. That's the second walk and a third walk in a row that's been given up. And here is Beavers. He hit the ball hard, and it was caught by the left fielder, Russell Miller. We'll see if he gets something in his wheelhouse to drive. Wind just continues to blow. There's the first pitch, and that is ball 1. Jonah Thomas threw 60 pitches in the first inning. As we said, juniors and seniors can throw 105 for an entire ball game. So maybe more than that. There's the next pitch, and that's swung on, and that's going to be a base hit that brings in one more. So Beavers is 2 for 3. Quall scored. And here's Drake Jennings.
Logan Hearn's going pinch running out on first.
Okay.
For Beavers.
Yeah.
He can get at least his shin pads on, maybe.
Yeah. Jennings has come around and scored twice. There's the first pitch, and that's a called strike on the outside corner. The next pitch from Aiden is a ball inside. Thomas in relief. That ball's high in relief. I'm going to bet that's his brother that has gone into center field. And Jonah Thomas. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. There's ball 3. Three and one's the count on Drake Jennings. There's 2 outs, and we're still in the first inning. Runners on first and third. Well, no, bases are loaded. There's the other one. He's hiding behind. And there's a high can of corn. Second baseman is calling for it, and he reaches over, and he drops the ball. Here comes one more run in. Here's Cooper Charlton. And the score now is 17.
Fundamentals. You got to catch the ball with both hands.
Absolutely. First pitch to Charlton. Hits the outside corner for strike 1. And the wind is picking up even more.
Yeah.
There's the next pitch, and that's a ball inside. That'll run the count to a ball and a strike. There's a high fly ball. The pitcher is calling for it himself, and he makes the play, and that retires the side. But not until the Wildcats have picked up 17 runs on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17 hits. And at the end of one inning, the score is 17-0 in favor of the Wildcats. We'll be right back.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
And senior Jack Combs out on the mound for the Cats. He had a 3-up, 3-down first inning when he threw 15 pitches. He had 2 strikeouts in the midst, so he's finishing up his warm-ups, and I would imagine, being as cold as it is, he needs to be able to get that arm good and loose. His battery mate is Tevin Beavers, who normally is a first baseman for the Cats. He has played third base as well, so we may see him in a lot of places. He's just a junior this year. He'll be a senior next year. Cat defense, let me set it for you again, is Colton Harville, Gage Harville, Fisher, Rubaliman, Jack Combs on the mound, Beaver behind the plate. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on, foul ball, strike one. And the batter is the third baseman, Isaac Teagues. Pruitt, Miller, and Brooks in this inning. Second pitch, and that's in there for called strike two. In the outfield for the Cats, it's Qualls, Jennings, and Charlton. Combs very methodical, took things over, and he gets a strikeout. So that is his third strikeout. And here is the shortstop, Pruitt. First pitch from Combs, swung on, strike one, foul ball.
Had some heat to it.
It did. Comes the next pitch from Combs, and that's inside for a ball. That'll even the count at 1-1. Third pitch underway, and that's a ball inside. So the count is 2 balls and a strike to the shortstop, Pruitt. Combs taking his time, and there's the next pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. There's the next pitch, and that got him, strike three.
That was a heater.
Yes, it was. So Combs just rocking right along, has had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, and he's had 2 strikeouts in this inning. Here's Russell Miller, the left fielder.
Well, I'll just tell you, he couldn't get healed up too fast.
Nope. Swung on, and there's a foul ball, strike one. If Miller gets on, it'll be Brock Brooks up next. Next pitch swung on, strike two. One more pitch and Combs will strike out the side. I'm sure he certainly would love to do this. And it was a ball low. Miller bats right-handed. Steps in and he waits on Combs' pitch. And that got him, strike three. So Jack Combs Sr. strikes out the side. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. And the score is 17-0 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 PSI of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
Welcome back. It is the bottom half of the second inning. The Cats picked up 17 in the first inning. The pitcher of record now is the second baseman moved in, Hayden Thomas. And he will face Shane Rubalman, Jaden Fisher, Jack Combs, and Elijah Qualls. Rubalman steps in. He came around and scored twice for the Cats. He had he got a free pass, and then he had a single. First pitch from Thomas, and it swung on, fouled right back here for strike one. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. Cats are here at senior night. After this ball game, we'll recognize our 7 seniors. We're getting to see some faces sometimes we don't normally get to see. And there's a swung on strike 2. But it's a great night, and I'll tell you, the fans that are out here are getting to see the Cats with some major run production. And swung on strike 3. So Rubalman strikes out for the first out. Here's Jaden Fisher. He got on by way of an error, and then he had a single and came around and scored both times. Thomas looks down. Here comes his first pitch. Swung on strike 1. Jaden got a little bit ahead of himself on that one. Here comes the second pitch, and that's a ball outside. So that'll even the count at 1-1. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Cats are up 17-0. And there's ball 3 inside. And actually, the book on Parkview is they score an average of 1.5 runs a game, and they give up 13. So Cats are well above that number now. They score 7 and give up 4. There's called strike 2. Fisher's come around in the last little bit and has been badly needed, and that ball is going to go all the way to the third baseman, but Fisher is going to beat it out for a
swung on bunt roll.
Yeah, just about. Here's the pitcher of record, Jack Combs. He got hit by a pitch and came around and scored, and then he hit a single his last time up. Fisher hit that one, and it had all kinds of funny action on it, but his speed got him over to first base in plenty of time. There's a pitch from Jack, and it is fouled off, strike one. Nothing doing so far. Jaden over on first base is not taking a huge lead. Next pitch is low for a ball. Jack has pitched 26 pitches so far, and of those 26 pitches, he's got 5 strikeouts. And he swung on at that one, strike 2. Hayden Thomas looks down. Here comes a pitch, and that's going to be low inside. That'll leave in the count at 2-2. I believe the temperature just dropped down to 49. It was 52 when the ball game started. So it's going to be chilly tonight in the Ozarks. Ball 3 high and outside. And that runs a count full.
This weather's pukey if you got cattle, I'll just tell you. Those calves they don't like this kind of change.
No, they don't. Jack would like to get a hold of one right here, I'm sure. And he does. He gets that one. That is a high, high fly. And Fisher is going to get all the way to third base, and Jack is going to step and go into second.
That ball just dropped out of the sky against that wind.
So Combs gets a double, and Fisher is on second base. Here's Elijah Qualls.
Pinch runner.
Yeah, and Woodward. Yeah, Wyatt Woodward, who sees a lot of action for the Cats in the outfield. He plays left field. He's played right field a time or two, and he pitched last week and pitched 5 solid innings for the Wildcats.
And he pitched really well.
He did. Qualls steps in. Runners on second and third, and that's high, ball 1. Hayden Thomas in relief of his brother. There's another pitch, and that one's outside for ball 2. Let's see Qualls get a hold of one right here. And that's a call strike on the inside corner. Thomas taking his time, and that is a high, high, high can of corn. We'll see who's going to call for it. The first baseman finally comes in and makes the play. So there's 2 outs.
Up to bat is number 3, Gage Harville.
Here's Gage Harville. He's been on by way of an error, had a base hit, and has walked and has come around to score all 3 times. Harville in his normal stance over batting left-handed, and he hits that one, and it goes high, 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 high. And we'll see who's going to make the play. And it drops, and one more run comes in for the Cats. And Harville's on first base. I believe the wind caught that one just a little bit. Woodard running for Combs is over on third base. And here's Colton Harville. Hayden Thomas looks down, works from the stretch. Here's the first pitch, and it's high and outside for a ball. Ball game has been going on for an hour and 5 minutes, and we're in the second inning. And there is a ball that is well hit into left field.
And it's caught.
Well, it's caught, all right. And that Miller out there in left field makes the play. And after 2 full innings of play, the score is 18-0 in favor of the Cats. We'll be right back.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Welcome back. It is the top half of the third inning, and according to the run rule, if Cats are ahead by 15 at the end of the third inning, or top half of the third, since we're at home, this ball game will be over with. Elijah Qualls comes in to pitch for the Cats. Jack Combs can feel really good about himself. As we said, he threw 26 pitches and struck out 5. So great showing for the senior that's been out all year long on the injured reserve list. And we're getting ready to go. The batter is batting from the right-hand side, and it's the second baseman now. It is Brock Brooks. He'll be followed by Hayden Thomas and Lewis Davis. There's the first pitch, and that's called strike 1. I don't know whether he was planning on bunting that ball or what he was thinking was going to happen that time. But it was on the inside corner for a strike. Here comes the second pitch, and there's called strike 2. So just that quick, Qualls comes in, and he gets 2 strikes. There's the third pitch, and that's a little bit high. Stay tuned for the post-game show, which is brought to you by Arvest Bank. Arvest Bank, proud to call Neosho home. There's the next pitch, and that is swung on, and it's a foul ball, and he got him. He's out. Well, so there's the first strikeout for Qualls. I said it was a foul ball. Let me change that. It was a swung on that got out of Beaver's glove, and he picked it up and tagged the runner out. Here's the pitcher of record, Hayden Thomas. Started at second base today. First pitch swung on, strike 1. Here's the next pitch, and that is high, and that is knocked out of bounds over there in the cow pasture.
Yeah.
For strike 2.
But it's swampy over there.
Well, we said at the beginning of the ball game we wanted these seniors to have a ball game to remember, and Jack Combs throwing 26 pitches and getting 5 strikeouts. That's a ball game to remember, don't you think?
It's one to be proud of.
Yeah, most definitely is. Here comes the next pitch, and that's called strike. And that's retired the second batter. Here's the first baseman, Lewis Davis.
Strike.
First pitch is in there for call strike 1. Cats have got 18 runs on 15 hits. And this ball game could be over here just real quick. They're swung on strike 2. Pauls takes it easy. There's the next one, and that's it. He strikes out the side. And I believe that'll be the ball game. The Cats are over huddling up for just a minute or two, and looks like, yes, that's exactly it. So they'll be going over and shaking hands. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the post-game show right after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
For 15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
Fawcett Greenhouse at 898 Baxter Street in Neosho is a proud supporter of Neosho sports. Springtime brings growing season and baseball to the Neosho area, and Fawcett Greenhouse supports all Neosho spring sports and wants to wish all Wildcats good luck for a happy and safe season of competition. Fawcett Greenhouse can supply you with all your home landscaping and gardening needs. For more information, the number is 417-451-5369 or fawcettgreenhouse.com.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Josh Meeker in Neosho and get the insurance coverage you need at the right price.
Welcome back to the Schaefer Ball Field in the Marion Complex. The Wildcats win it. It took an hour and 10 minutes, and they won in 2.5 innings by a score of 18-0. This is the post-game show brought to you by Arvest Banks, where we believe in the power of serving others. From small businesses to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help you manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, we got you covered. You deserve a financial partner who can take care of your needs and wants to help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, proud to call Neosho home. Cats go to 17-11. They won the ball game. They had 15 hits. But I tell you, the thing that I am proudest of was Jack Combs came out and he threw strikeouts I'm thinking that Elijah Qualls was going to come out and couldn't get any better than what Jack did, and he struck out the side in the third inning. So a couple of senior pitchers get an opportunity. Of course, Qualls has been one of those that hasn't been able to play all year long, and he's been on the injured reserve list. But we will go to Webb City on Thursday. The Cats will take on the 21-4 Webb City Cardinals. Could be a good opportunity for the Cats again. They're hitting the ball, and they're hitting it just pretty well. We want to take time out just for a minute to honor some of our seniors, because this ball game will be over, and those seniors will be honored out on the field. And I'm talking about shortstop Gage Harville, third baseman Colton Harville, right fielder and pitcher Cooper Charlton, first baseman Shane Rubalman, second baseman is Jaden Fisher, Jack Combs, and Elijah Qualls. Those are guys that have dedicated their high school career to this baseball program, and certainly the last 2 years under Coach Keith Kilgore. We're extremely proud of them, and we wish them only the very best, whether they go here or go out into the work field or whether they head to college. Once again, coming up, we will have an opportunity to look those kids over. And we remind you that on Sunday night, KNEO will be live streaming the East Newton Patriots as they graduate their senior class. It's getting close to graduation, and we wish all of them, not just East Newton, but Neosho, McDonald County, Webb City, Seneca, all of those, a great opportunity. You've worked hard for 4 years, and you deserve an opportunity to graduate with colors. So till we see you again, and that'll be Thursday evening, John and Matt telling you, go Cats!
Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.